Welcome to this guided meditation. My name is Reverend Anne Ahokangas, and join me in the I Am as I speak this meditation in the first person, present tense, and positive, remembering there is only one thing going on here: life, spirit, the source of all. So take a deep breath now. Hold it for a moment and let it out. Take another deep breath in. Hold it for a moment and let it out. Close your eyes if that's comfortable. And allow the whirling thoughts that may be going on in your mind to be set aside for a moment. And bring your focus to your heart center. And let's take a moment now, gently breathing, and imagine someone that you love in your mind's eye. And allow this love to be your guide during this meditation. So today I choose to maintain a constant state of gratitude for everything in life, all my experiences, and especially today, this now moment. Allow the words that I speak to be the words of your own heart. I know that this life is the life of God expressing perfectly. I know the eternal nature of the divine is within all things and lives its life by means of that which it has created. Pure beauty is always being displayed, and every aspect of life is a demonstration of the same beauty that exists within all things. I am one with this beauty. Perfect unity is being expressed in and through me now. I take the time to align myself right now with knowing that the infinite Creator is what breathes me, is me in every way. And I feel and sense my connectivity to it. I know that life, spirit, is ageless and timeless. And I know that I am too. I am one with the life that is being expressed in its perfection by means of me. And each and every day, I have greater wisdom and greater clarity. And as I open up to this spirit that is who I am, I open up to love and compassion. I am capable of all that I am able to dream. Anything is possible for me through the Spirit within me. I know that time is just time, neither against me or for me. And Spirit as me supports me as I evolve and grow. My awareness continues to expand. I celebrate life in every way I know how. Today I choose to bring in the awareness of joy, happiness, giggling and laughing, for I know they are natural parts of who I am. And the more I am joyful, happy, and laughing, the more I open up to love and compassion. I bless the day of my birth, knowing that it is the most joyous day I have ever known. And every day from that day forward is a fabulous day. And every day adds to my joy and celebration of life. I take the time now to just breathe gently in, hold it for a moment, and let it out. And I recognize that so many times in life, it can be difficult to see the greater possibilities before me. But I know as I focus on the Spirit within, all limitation and constriction are transformed into love and compassion and infinite possibilities. Something greater is always evolving. And I know that as I accept the greater possibilities, I experience a fuller life. And I accept all of life, even the paths of struggle. Because right here in this realization of God as the infinite presence, I also know that good exists. I know that God, everywhere present, is also within me. And this power knows, and this power provides. And I know that it expresses not only as me and through me, throughout all of eternity. And greater realities unfold as I open up to this all-loving nature of the divine. I know that life, creation, is whole, perfect, and complete. And that everything is an endless demonstration of infinite good. I am one with this infinite good. I am the perfect expression of that good now. Every cell of my being is God being. Every idea in my mind is an activity that is taking place through the one infinite mind of endless possibilities. Everything good in my life is the demonstration of that one life, one spirit. I realize that what I focus on grows. So I focus on that which I desire, seeing it and feeling it now as though it is already manifest. For I realize that the only thing that stands between me and greater possibilities are my thoughts. I now surrender anything that pretends to express itself as the only possibility in my life. I know that there is an endless amount of potential and possibility within me, and I call that forth now. I see it demonstrating and being revealed in the most useful and helpful ways for me and everyone around me. I honor life by accepting greater possibilities for myself and anyone that I perceive is limited in their expression. As I know this for myself and everyone else, it expands into a greater revelation of the presence of God within me. I see it and I feel it. All I need to do is take the first step. For I know that God, Spirit within me, has already paved the way for everything I desire to demonstrate. I accept this as the truth, and I am now set free by it. I am the expression of greater possibilities. I feel a deep gratitude as my life unfolds in the most beautiful ways. And my heart pours out its gratitude, blessing myself and everyone else. I release all these thoughts into the law of mind action, knowing that my word always returns to me fulfilled. I feel the joy, the love, the peace, and the compassion that are who I truly am. Life responds to me in kind, and so as I am joyful, I receive more joy. As I am compassionate, compassion fills my soul. Life demonstrates according to what I place into it, and that brings me great joy. It is done. Please join with me in affirming, and so it is. Gently bring your awareness back to the room, back to the chair that you're sitting on, back to this time and place, and know that you have performed a definitive act in spirit, in mind, and infinite possibilities are yours. Have a blessed day.
Hi there.
Okay. Oh.
Boo. Hi there. Do you hear me? Does it work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
lighten up. Don't take yourself serious. Lighten up. Don't take yourself. Whoa, lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Come on now, lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't see how it could be any fun walking around like you're some kind of number one. Everybody asking your name, trying to figure out the rules of your game. Well, as for me, I like to lay low. I like to watch the birds outside my window. You look like you've come a long, long way. But if you're looking to be happy, all I've got to say is lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Come on now, lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When I think of all the time I wasted, it makes me want to turn the clocks back so I can change. But now I know the past is gone, and there's nothing left to do right now but sing this silly song. So come on now, lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Come on now, lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Come on now, lighten up. Whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so
Good morning, everyone, on this beautiful Sunday morning. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center. We are happy to have you with us. We will start today with the Song of the Month, interpreted by Emilio Zeres.
Happy heart. It's always good to start with a happy heart. There's a certain sound always follows me around. When you're close to me, you will hear it. It's the sound that lovers hear when they discover there could be no other for their love. It's my happy heart you hear, singing loud and singing clear. Sing it with me, put your hands together. And it's all because you're here. Oh, my love, take my happy heart away. Let me love you is a shout out to all my retirement homes, LTC friends. Feeling more and more like I've never felt before. You have changed my life so completely. Music fills my soul now. I've lost all control now. I'm not half, I'm whole now with your love. It's my happy heart you hear, singing loud and singing clear, and it's all because you're here. Oh, my love, take my happy heart away. Let me love you more each day. In your arms I wanna stay. Oh, my love. Now let me hear your happy heart. Sing with me. La 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 la. La 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 la. That's it. La 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 la. La la la. One more time. La la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. All right. It's my happy heart you hear, singing loud and singing clear, and it's all because you're here. Oh, my love, take my happy heart away. Let me love you more each day. In your arms I wanna stay. Oh, my love. One more time. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. It's good to hear your happy hearts. Thanks.
Thank you, Emilio. And now to lead us on our spiritual journey today, Reverend Ann Kangas.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And for those of you at home, good morning. Here in Hamilton today, it's almost 15 degrees, and March the 5th. How incredible is that? Or is it the 6th today? 6th. Oh, I'm behind one day. Maybe that's why it's 15 degrees. It is a wonderful day. I'm so delighted that you're here, and I hope that you get some little nuggets of spiritual truth today to take home with you. So if you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're here for the first time online, welcome. We have a special gift for you. Please let us know that you have joined in. It's a beautiful notebook that has Aboriginal art on it, because we as Unity Spiritual Centre here support Aboriginal arts in Canada. So join with me in this opening intention, opening prayer, opening spiritual mind treatment. Take a deep breath and just that there is only I am. Spirit, the all that is, everything seen and unseen. And it is being my life right here, right now. And as I embrace this idea, I know that God is in all things. And so as I am the love, the compassion, the joy that Spirit is, it goes out into the world and transforms all the darkness, all the anger, all the fear into love, joy, and compassion. For that's what love does. And so today I choose to be the love, knowing I make a difference. I am so grateful and I allow my heart to be filled with this gratitude and love. I let go and I let it be so. Please join with me in affirming. And so it is. And let's anchor it with this beautiful song by Karen Taylor Good and Stowe Daly. My life is a prayer.
What if a prayer is not a plea, a desperate call with tears that fall on bended knee, but breathing out and breathing in, it's God and that lives and breathes, my trusted friend. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My thoughts are words that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. What if today I had the chance to move and sway? God leads the way in my life's dance. What if I knew without a doubt, no need to fear, God is right here within, without. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My thoughts are words that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My thoughts are words that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My life is a prayer.
Thank you, Emilio, I love this song. Okay, and now the absolute word. The word is joy. I am. Joy abides in me. I am joyful. While receiving a gift, I may feel happy, while unadorned joy is itself one of the greatest gifts I can give myself. I use joy to lift my heart. Joy increases my health and sense of well-being. As I exude happiness, others are uplifted as well. Joy may be quiet, such as the tug at my heart I feel when I see a child happily playing. It may be boisterous, like shared laughter that brings tears to my eyes. Yet all joy is an experience of the heart. It springs forth from the depth of my divinity. Joy is always just a thought away. When I am experiencing stress in my life, I remember my many blessings. I think of kindnesses given and received. I choose to simply sing a happy tune. Joyful songs cheer my heart. I lift my spirits by recalling the good I have witnessed in so many people and circumstances.
Fun tune. How could anyone feel joyful, recognizing God is everything? God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. 'Cause you are the very breath I breathe, and your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
Has anybody played Twister in their youth? Can I see a show of hands in the audience? Oh, most of you know what most of you know what Twister is. For those of you online, if you don't know what Twister is, it was like a big board game that was put on the carpet with round circles on it, and you had to put your hand or your foot, one of your body parts that you could reach, onto these different circles. And it was really quite a tangled mess at times, and fun, and you'd fall over, and there was just all kinds of silliness. So I'd like to look at this idea that our lives are a bit like playing Twister with God, except that some of us forgot that we're playing. And so how can we turn everything around that's going on and look at it from joy, from the idea that good is unfolding? So that's what I'd like to look at today. So maybe life really is a game of Twister with God. And what does that mean? That means that no matter what happens, that God is there. No matter where you have to put your hands and feet, no matter where you find yourself, that you're in this great big game of life, and that God is always there. You're never alone. That you're playing it with God as God. And when you can look at it from that viewpoint, that perspective, then perhaps it can be a little easier. And I hope that I give you some ideas about that today as we move forward. So we're going to look at getting up every morning. We're going to look at putting on lip gloss, even you, Bruce, sitting in the sun, and best medicine. So getting up in the morning. What is your morning like? Like, do you open your eyes and go, woohoo? Or what? So let's look at that. The practice of getting up every morning and proclaiming, I was going to say complaining, and proclaiming something amazingly awesome is going to happen to me today. Isn't it interesting? I wanted to say complaining, and I wanted to say awful. It's as though, you know, we play that game, don't we? That some mornings we say it's going to be an awful day. And some days we say it's going to be an amazing day. And what ends up happening when we do that? It either is amazing or awful, because we get to control the trajectory of our life through our thoughts and what we decide first thing in the morning. So why don't we say this one together? Something amazingly awesome is going to happen to me today. Yes. By changing the first few minutes of your day, you can actually rewrite the entire script of your life. And sure, stuff is going to happen, but somehow when you put that cloak of optimism and happiness on as you go through the day, somehow you can play that game of Twister with a smile and a twinkle, I think. By cutting off the stream of negativity, you can begin to see real shifts in your day-to-day reality. And I know that I have experienced that through many different tools, including journaling in the morning to get rid of my negativity before I started, and then I'd go, now I'm going to have an awesome day because I let it go. Whatever you decide to do first thing in the morning is what sets the pace for the rest of the day. So start your day focused on gratitude and joy, and you'll find that your whole life will begin to bubble and sparkle. And maybe you'll even giggle. When's the last time you giggled? Try it. Try just a little giggle. Isn't it amazing? It can feel phony, but there's something that happens when you force it that almost is contagious. And like I still feel like I have a smile left on my face after that forced giggle. Do you? It's interesting, isn't it? What is the first thought that runs through your mind each morning? I know I look at, what time is it? And then I look, what's it doing outside? And then I look, I wonder if Randy has made coffee yet. And if he hasn't, maybe I'll lie here for a little longer and wait for him to make coffee. You wonder if your cat will get off your face? Yes, they love lying around our faces, don't they? So is it something like, woohoo, I'm awake, time to party? Or is it, oh, drats, not again? Because either way, Spirit says yes to you, and your day unfolds in that way. Full screen here, Randy, please. Our thoughts are the only things that separate us from nonstop happiness. Really, that's all it is. And yet, it sounds so simple. It's not always easy. But I'm here to remind you. Another full screen. John Lennon said this. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment. And I told them they didn't understand life. Pretty profound. So joy is my natural state, and it's your natural state too. In fact, the more fun I have, the better life works. Have you noticed that when you're having fun, it seems like nothing really matters. Or if it does, it's not nearly as big a deal. Our thinking is so automatic that we rarely stop to think about the huge role that it plays. And yet our thinking is our power. It is what we've been given by Spirit to be the navigator of our life. And so what you think about comes about. I invite you to think about things that bring you joy in the midst of things that don't bring you joy, because that creates the balance. Our thoughts shape our expectations, our behavior, and yes, what shows up in our daily lives. We march through life like robots often. I see them walking down the street. I see them in the grocery store, simply doing things the same way over and over again. And often they're not smiling. Well, now we can't tell because masks have been worn for the last little while, but you can tell by the eyes. There's almost a lost kind of look, or a sad look, or an angry look, or a fearful look on most people's faces. And don't you find if you look at someone and you just smile at them, they usually might go, oh, and then they smile. First, because they're shocked that you noticed that they were there, because they were trying to be invisible or lost in their thoughts. But just a simple smile can make them smile, and then you feel like smiling back. And then it goes on and on and on. It's a wonderful thing. Some thoughts actually serve us, and many of them don't. The good news is that you can change your habits and you can change your thoughts. Why not start getting up every morning and looking for amazing awesomeness? I have a friend of mine who changes all these words, and it's like fantabulous and words like that you can't even find them in the dictionary, but it gives her this idea of amazing awesomeness. So putting on lip gloss, what do I mean by that? That sometimes you got to put on a happy face even if you don't feel like it, because it then brings about the happiness. So what do you need to do to create a better day? For me, certainly, as soon as I put on my lip gloss, usually it's pretty bright, I feel happy already. Do you think happiness comes when your dreams and goals come true? Most of us were kind of led to believe that. You'll be happy when. I remember growing up, well, when you grow up, it was as though somehow something amazing was going to happen later, but not right now, that I had to kind of hold my breath. Did you experience that? Are you still thinking maybe your dreams will come true when something happens? Because it's actually backwards. If we can be happy first, if we can see our dreams fulfilled in our mind's eye, it becomes our reality, ultimately. That's the other gift we have, the gift of imagination. And Spirit doesn't know the difference between whether it's really happening to you or it's in your mind. Because if it's in your mind, it goes, oh, you want more of that. And you go, yeah. And it starts to happen for you. So what's been a big dream for you? Imagine it in your mind's eye. Because when you have it, whether real or imaginary, it starts to be who you are, and what you experience. I'll be happy when my income increases, or as soon as my son calls, or once a new president takes office. Why not be happy now? Why wait? Why not take your focus away from all your dissatisfaction and look around at all the gifts you have? It was a gift driving here today. We were singing full blast to Roy Orbison and looking at the cloudless sky. I wanted to open the window, but my hair would have been a mess by the time I got here, so I didn't. I'll do it on the way home. But why not focus on the gifts that are already there, whatever they are? And it might be a simple little thing, or it might be everything. Life can be simple and gloriously joyful, and you are in charge. Because Spirit gave you free will, and yet Spirit never left you. And that free will, as you use it, Spirit walks hand in hand with you. Yes, I'm asking you to prove that happiness is an inside job, because it is. I mean, it's really nice to have someone make you laugh, but what if you're the one who's already naturally laughing and creating laughter for everyone else? I grew up at a time where my parents were immigrants and life was really serious. It was really difficult. Their grandparents' life and their parents' life and their life was a struggle, and everything was really serious. And I came from a culture, which is Finland, which I think always lived under the looming idea that Russia might take over the country. And we're seeing that sort of happening now with the Ukraine as well. And so I came from a culture of people being really serious, and laughter, the only time that laughter happened was occasionally it squeaked out if people were out at a dance hall and they were dancing the polka. But if you saw Finnish people dancing the polka, they were usually pretty serious dancing the polka too. Just had that kind of a face, because that was the culture, that was the consciousness at the time. And I was thinking to myself about this idea of happiness. I mean, I'm sure as a kid I was happy naturally. All kids are, up to a certain age, about 4, maybe 5, until they realize there are things to be afraid of, or they're not allowed to laugh too loud because it is disrupting somebody, so they change. But when's the last time that you were just spontaneously happy? And what does it take for you to be happy? Because I invite you to think about that and maybe incorporate more things into your life to be happy. So would you walk into a restaurant, take a look at the menu, and then order the dish that you least desire? No way. And yet we do that when we start our day thinking negative. Or would you go shopping and pick the ugliest outfit? Like, why would you? Unless you thought it would be funny, then that's a different attitude, isn't it? Or yet, that's what most of us do in our thinking and in our conversations. Because somehow it's more compelling to talk about all of the yicky, yucky, awful, negative things. Most people don't have the patience to hear how wonderful your life is, or do they? Maybe they're looking for an opportunity to share something good that happened to them. And maybe that's the way to do it. Rather than going, woohoo, I'm having such a great life, and they're not, to say, what was good in your life? What went well this week? And when they've had a chance to focus on that, their heart opens a little, and they can accept your joy and your happiness. And then it becomes this contagious back and forth. So do you focus on things you don't want to happen? On fear, on the negative, on the lack? I know when I first met my husband, Randy, who was the one who taught me how to laugh. I was almost 40 years old before I started to laugh. At first I thought he laughed a little too much. And then I recognized that I really look forward to that influence because it wasn't my culture. I used to focus on what I didn't have, what I didn't want, what I didn't like. And now I focus on what I love, what brings me joy, the beauty. And that was training. And so I know that if you've been focusing on the negative, that you can transform it. I'm an example of that. I mean, I was the biggest stick in the mud you'd ever meet. Almost a sergeant when I was at work even. I mean, I remember letting go a young man who was working for me. I was in my early 20s and I had my own business. And he was boisterous and laughing all the time, and I wanted a peaceful, calm, spa-like environment for my clients. And he was disrupting my plan. And so I said, I'm sorry, but you laugh too much. You can't stay here and work with me. And it never occurred to me in my naivete as an early 20-year-old to say, do you mind just kind of being smiling, but maybe not so loud? But it didn't occur to me. I just wanted him out of my space because he was invading my seriousness. Have you ever found yourself like that? Being somewhere where it seems totally inappropriate that someone's just laughing their head off and you're thinking, what the heck are they laughing about? I don't feel like laughing. And yet, if you looked at it differently and said, boy, I wish I could laugh like that right now, all the time, anytime. Just a thought. You literally draw out from the universe whatever you focus upon. In other words, you get what you order, either that yucky dish or the good one, because the law is unalterable. It works all the time. Spirit responds all the time. It says yes all the time to who you're being, to what you're thinking. So sitting in the sun, just imagine that for a moment. Doesn't that just bring you joy, just the thought of it? Unless you're in menopause and having a heat wave. And then you'll go, oh, I've got to sit in the shade. But even that can be joyful. You can flush out mental and emotional blocks, remove resistance, and allow Spirit's love and light to flow free and clear when you allow yourself, metaphorically, to sit in the sun. It's a bit like the plant that doesn't grow quite as beautifully and quite as lusciously when it's in the dark as it does when it's in the sun. And we're the same way. Could I have a wide screen, Randy? Spiritual practice is just training our minds towards reverence, like moving a potted plant to a sunny spot by the window. And that's what I attempt to do in my spiritual practice, and I invite you to consider that too. How can you put on lip gloss and sit in the sun? Choosing to be happy and saying thank you to everything that happens to you is one of the most radical things that you could ever do. And warning, your life will never be the same. And that's probably one of the hardest things that I invite you to consider, is no matter what is going on, you get to choose how you respond to it. Patch Adams, for instance, was a wonderful example of this. Now, this is the real Patch Adams. Did anyone see that movie back, I believe it was in the 80s, that it was made with Robin Williams? Yeah. And this whole idea that medicine and clowning around actually went together in the most amazing ways. So I have a few videos for you to watch, just short ones.
It is our mission here to rigorously and ruthlessly train the humanity out of you and make you into something better. We're going to make doctors out of you.
Well, I just believe there's more to being a doctor than memorizing facts about the ventricular arteries.
I don't care what you think. I care about my biology test.
We're not even going to see a patient until the 3rd year.
If you want to become a doctor, we have to learn to treat the patient as well as the disease. That's why we have to dive into people.
You have a brilliant mind, and like many brilliant people, you don't necessarily think the rules apply to you.
It was so much more convenient thinking of you as an idiot.
That little ice that just chipped off.
If you want to be a clown, go join the circus.
For your own sake, I think you should just lay low for a while.
The hospital will cover all of your bills. Any other questions?
Patients are opening up to me, Corinne. They're sharing their dreams, their fantasies. They don't concentrate on the pain.
I'm warning you, stay out of this hospital.
What if a doctor becomes emotionally involved with a patient? What is wrong with that?
Patients don't need a friend, they need a doctor.
My name is Dr. Phil. I'll be your surgeon. Oh, there you are.
You are dismissed, sir.
From this school.
They can't prevent me from graduating because of a personality clash, can they?
Universal Pictures presents.
You are not cut out to be a physician.
Our job is improving the quality of life, not just delaying death.
The true story of a man who broke every rule.
Why am I such a threat to you, sir?
Because what you want is for us to get down there on the same level as our patients.
And prove that laughter
Donner, party of 50. Donner, party over here.
truly is the best medicine.
Close, salute.
It was interesting. Patch Adams was interviewed by an Australian TV program, and he was asked, "What did you think about your portrayal by Robin Williams?" And he said, "He wasn't nearly as wild and crazy as I am." And so if you think about that movie, and he was pretty wild and crazy, that Patch Adams actually was really even more so than that. So here's him talking about his life.
In 1 year, when I was 18, I was hospitalized 3 times because I wanted to kill myself. I didn't want to live in a world of violence and injustice. And in the 3rd hospitalization, I had the realization that you don't have to kill yourself, you can make revolution. And so I decided to make and give my life to a revolution to loving. And so I came up with this first desire. How can I, in every single waking moment, be an instrument for peace and justice and care? And so I decided that was quite an easy decision, that I would be happy, disgustingly happy, every single second of my life. And that what I actually realized very quickly that it was 6 qualities: happy, funny, loving, cooperative, creative, and thoughtful. And that I decided to do it because my mother gave me self-esteem. All I had to do was to do it. And so as an extreme extrovert, I went out there and was radiantly happy. And I noticed that of all the 6 qualities, it was love that was so difficult to get close to people in a very suspicious world around love. And that's because I had been clownish before. I decided that I noticed that if I was clowning, that clowning was a trick to get love close. And so I've clowned every day for 49 years.
And that was done, I think, about 15 years ago, so he's still working. And so you think about clowning every day for 49 years. And that was his nature. It doesn't mean that each of us, I'm not asking you to be a clown or wear a funny nose or do any of that, but to live life from the perspective of how can I laugh more? How can I be more joyful? How can I feel good more every day? And he said clowning was a trick to get love close. And it's interesting, isn't it? That idea that he went to war zones and he went to places that were really challenging and difficult. He talked about how there were all kinds of people he would take every year to different war zones, and they were asked to dress as clowns to be part of the entourage, to bring joy at times of extreme difficulty. And he said some of the people could not be clowns while they saw all of that destruction, and so they were not made for that. And that's understandable. But the people that were really good at it made a difference while they were there. So this is part 2 of this segment.
And so where that led me was, I come from an extremely violent country. So as a total pacifist, I wondered, how can I stop public violence? Both verbal violence of really loud yelling between a couple in a parking lot, or in a grocery store where you see a child and a parent fighting. Actually, you're allowed to hit them and beat them verbally and physically. And so I thought, well, I've been a clown all this time, so I could actually kind of be a weird superhero. I could see the event in the grocery store and then come back and take my normally conservative appearance and change it into a... Now, normally at this phase, I would reach in my pocket. I have about 30 toys in my pockets, and take out a nose. But 4 years ago, I went to the dental profession. We all love technology. And I started a touch center like that. And I found out that really affected the environment I was in. That, of course, technology is additive, and so I thought about what I call the triple threat. This is 1, triple is 3. So I would also put in my oh-so-handsome jelly dog teeth and snot. So you understand, if I turn that corner and they're fighting and they see me, they stop fighting. Now, I've done this for 30 years, and it has stopped every single fight. I estimate 4,000 to 5,000.
Yeah, can you imagine having a fight in a parking lot and somebody comes with a goober hanging out of their nose? Whether you laugh or you're disgusted, you do stop fighting. You do stop. I think he was such a wonderful example. So how can I, in every waking moment, be an instrument for peace, justice, and care? And I ask you that question. So we looked at this whole idea, this concept that we're playing Twister with God. And how do you start your day? And what about sometimes just putting on lip gloss or sitting in the sun? That can be enough to get us through. I hope you've received some nuggets today. Let's anchor this with this saying. I am having fun with the divine. Laughter truly is the best medicine. And, Emilio, my religion is kindness. Is it yours?
Yes. Religious is kindness and fun. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Everyone has a story. Everyone has pain. When we strip away our masks, we find that we're really all the same. It's those little things we say and do that can mean so much. It's a smile, a connection, a simple love and touch. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Every day. Today I'm gonna ask myself, what more can I do? To be a radiant child of God and let my love shine through. I'm gonna let my heart be my guide and give the best of me. I'm gonna share my joy, share my love, give it boundlessly. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious. My path's forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Every day. religion is kindness. My church is nature. I got the feeling that it deep inside. My diamonds in the conscience. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is feeling that it deep inside. My diamonds in the conscience. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Every day. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Every day. My religion is kindness. I'm gonna practice it.
I have to say that again. Another great Sunday, uplifting message, and great music. Okay, so thank you for the uplifting message. I really enjoyed it. For me, the Patch Adam video was great. I really, it's not always easy, but I really think that laughter is the best medicine. So, and it's great to, when you're worried, to remember to switch. Now, let's take a moment to breathe in, where am I? To breathe in the abundance of the message, the music, and the meditation. Let's remember how fortunate we are to be part of this community. I'm having a hard time to find out where I am today. There are envelopes on the back of the chairs. If you would like to provide your offering in that way, or you can go green by giving online or by e-transfer. So, okay, let's bless these gifts together with this blessing. Divine love, what I am, blessed I give, and all I receive.
This is a fun song too. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me and you, for all of us, and we're feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me and you, and we're feeling good. Dragonflies out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies are having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this whole world is a by the pines. You know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. Yeah, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. Woo! It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me and you, for all of us, and we're feeling good. That's right, I'm feeling good, and I know you are all feeling good too now. Yes, together we can feel so good. Woo!
There they go. Remember, we are here to pray with you. A prayer, it can be a prayer of celebration, a prayer of gratitude, a prayer of support, anything that is on your mind. We will hold that prayer in our hearts for you. And there are prayer request forms at the back of your chair. If you are watching online, please drop your prayer request in the comments section below this video, or again, send an email to prayer@unityspiritualcenter.com. And then we go back to Rev Ann for the closing prayer.
This beautiful prayer was written by James Dillett Freeman. The white words were written by him. The yellow words were written by me. So let's read this together. The light of God surrounds you. I am the light. The love of God enfolds you. I am the love. The power of God protects you. I am the power. The presence of God watches over you. I am the presence. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. Amen. And this is Birthday Sunday, the first Sunday of the month. So at home, if you have cake or cookies or some kind of treat, have that today. If it's your birthday today or this month, woohoo, is there anybody here in the audience whose birthday it is? Yay, happy birthday. Well, we're going to sing happy birthday to you and to you at home.
All right. We're all going to sing happy birthday to everyone born in the month of March.
March.
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
We're in March already. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Everyone born in the month of March, happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now. Yoo-hoo.
And let's conclude this service with Let There Be Peace on Earth. And I would invite you to imagine in your mind's eye that peace prevails. Whatever that looks like for you as you sing this song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this
Have a wonderful week, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you for watching at home. Bye for now. We love you.